This is Jimi Hendrick, and this is Empowering Your Pattern. This podcast helps you release your untapped potential and to find the best answers for your personal and professional and spiritual life. Okay, I was going to continue with my leadership series, which I will in a couple of days. But I'm preaching to the choir here about how to cope with disappointment. You know, I've read certain articles from psychologists and other people, and they didn't really give what I thought was practical tips to overcome. Only one in the literature review gave practical tips on how to deal with disappointment. Now, let me give you a little background. Those of you who stayed on with me when I was in Anchor, I mentioned a friend of mine named Trevor. Well, yesterday afternoon, I picked up the phone to call and see if he wanted, for us to get together and hang out. He didn't answer his phone. And for like maybe 3 or 4 hours, I just walked around kind of like, well, it was me. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna find something to do that I would enjoy. And so, here's something I'm going to put out there. There are times that I write for therapeutic purposes, and those books and short stories will not be published. If you're dealing with disappointment, find some activities that are therapeutic. Writing is therapeutic for me. Swimming is therapeutic. Listening to music is therapeutic. And here I was, with what had Trevor done. To tell you the truth, the 16th anniversary of my buddy Keith's passing makes me think every day about what type of person he was, what type of friend that he was. I mean, he wouldn't let you down unless he had an absolute reason. But then I also realized, too, Trevor doesn't know that he disappointed me. And so, I have to be the better man. I have to reassure myself that there are certain things that I do have to look forward to independently of Trevor. And one of those, I was talking to my mother about this. Those of you just listening on Spreaker know I live with my mother. And I said, Mama, there's always church on Sunday. She said, yes, James, but it is church on Sunday, and you can be around some friends to lift you up. That's one thing I'd say when any friends I've had in the past have disappointed me over the weekend. And I'm thinking, you know what, there's always church on Sunday. When I'm depressed on Friday, it's like the old Carmen song. Those of you who don't know him, he's contemporary Christian music, and it's one of some of his earlier works. It might seem like Friday night, but Sunday's on the way. And to tell you the truth, about 24 hours from now, I will be in the middle of sacrament meeting. Those of you who are with me in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, that is the main reason why we go to church. But there is the periphery, which we fellowship with friends to build us up. Like, say, my men's group in my church, it's like, if one of us is having a hard time, we basically help each other out, edify each other. Know who's down with the struggles. Sorry, Mama turned up the TV, so I will try to talk over it. The fact of the matter is this. If a friend's disappointed you, chances are he didn't know that he disappointed you, like Trevor. I made assumptions. Well, Trevor should be there for me, Friends are supposed to be there for you. But I did without even thinking to think that maybe something was up with Trevor. He didn't necessarily do anything wrong. And that's to go to number 3. Re-examine the meaning of the disappointment. Is it all that bad, really? Is it really all that bad? Number 4. I've given you at the very first, episode 1 goes through the CAP method. And I'm going to show you what I did. I coached myself with this method along with a cognitive therapy writing routine I learned several years ago, about a little over 25 years ago. And right after I did that therapy, I did the CAP method, choose, act, and be happy. Okay, I came down to the choose. And I said, okay, I choose to be happy, independent of Trevor. And so that makes perfect sense. Act. I knew I needed to act. So what I did is I sat down, I listened to music, and I wrote one of the short stories that was therapeutic, that involved what Trevor did in a roundabout way, but showed me that, there are other people that care about me besides Trevor. No offense against Trevor. Trevor and I are good friends. We hang out and stuff. But I guess me being a single guy, I don't realize, he's got a family of his own. He's got a wife and his wife's a little boy, and, he has a lot on his plate. So I need to cut him some slack. Anyway, that's pretty much what I needed to say, and within a couple of days, I will bring you another episode on leadership. This is Jimi Hendrix signing off, and until next time, choose, act, and pursue happiness.